of the clubs that wanted to go for Nico Williams, but at this point understand that it's almost impossible or really difficult, is Arsenal. Arsenal wanted Nico. Arsenal will still add an important winger this summer because the expectation is for Arsenal to sign a top striker, a winger, a midfielder, and more. So let's put some order for Arsenal. First news of the day: Thomas Partey is expected to leave Arsenal as a free agent. No agreement over new deal, no agreement close at this stage. They negotiated, they discussed, Arsenal offered a new deal to Thomas Partey, no agreement on the conditions, and so now Thomas Partey can really leave Arsenal as a free agent. Let me say that as of today, there are very good chances, let's say barring any last minute change, Thomas Partey will leave Arsenal as a free agent. So let's follow that story, let's follow that situation. On Arsenal, it's also important to say that Miles Lewis Kelly signs new deal at the club, new long-term deal, it's done, it's agreed, and it's an excellent news for Arsenal because despite all the rumors on Real Madrid, last week I came here and I told you the club is very confident, optimistic, sure that Miles Lewis Kelly will sign a new deal, and now it's done. So one more news, Thomas is leaving, Lewis Kelly is signing a new deal, and don't forget about Martin Zubimendi. Because Arsenal will sign Zubimendi, it's a here we go since May, not today, not last week, 2 weeks ago, May, here we go, Martin Zubimendi to Arsenal. Now, just to clarify, Arsenal will not formally pay the release clause, Arsenal will pay slightly more than the 60 million euros, around 63, 64, but in installments. Very good relationship with Real Sociedad, the Merino deal, the Odegaard deal, and now they will pay this money in several years. So this is the agreement. Zubimendi will do his medical, sign the contract, and become a new Arsenal player, a crucial part of the new project, wanted by Mikel Arteta, who was absolutely instrumental and crucial to make this deal happen for Zubimendi, because despite interest from several clubs, Barcelona 1 year ago, Bayern even before, also Liverpool considered the player and wanted the player, they were quite close 1 year ago, now Arsenal have been able to make it happen. So Zubimendi goes to Arsenal, no doubts about that. Many questions on the striker. Just wanted to clarify something on Gyökeres, guys. Waiting to understand how this situation of Gyökeres will be resolved between Sporting and Victor Gyökeres agents. Remember that Sporting had a pact with Victor Gyökeres agents for the player to leave for 60-65 million euros this summer, and now the president is still not respecting this pact and decided to ask for a higher fee. So this is the situation around Gyökeres. I also wanted to clarify that despite the rumors on agents being involved, different agents being involved in the story, I'm not aware of that. There is no other agent taking care of the story for Victor Gyökeres. The agents of Gyökeres, so Hasan Çetinkaya and all the other people close to him, are taking care of this topic with Sporting, trying to get the best solution possible, with Arsenal still there for Victor Gyökeres. So that's the situation as of now for Gyökeres. Waiting to understand, because Gyökeres is giving priority to Arsenal, but now the pricing will be important. On Benjamin Sesko, as I told you yesterday, still no agreement done with Arsenal, contacts continue, but still nothing agreed for personal terms, all with Red Bull Leipzig, so still not final stages of the story, still want to follow for the striker position. On strikers, I wanted to close today's video.
And continuing with today's top headlines, we've just learned that Nottingham Forest have made a concrete move for the extraordinary striker wanted by Mikel Arteta. Arsenal are actively looking to improve their attack this summer ahead of the new season. With limited depth up front, the Gunners endured a tough spell during an injury-hit campaign and lacked a proper number 9. The North London outfit have since shortlisted multiple options to bolster their forward line. One of the names on Arsenal's radar is Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic. However, Nottingham Forest are emerging as surprise favorites, as per reports. According to journalist Rudy Galletti on X, Vlahovic also sees the Premier League as his preferred destination. However, surprisingly, as per him, Forest have made the most decisive move for the Serbian striker so far. AC Milan are interested in the 25-year-old as well, but the Italian club will struggle to afford his salary. The player is reportedly waiting for other top clubs from England to make a move before making a decision. Forest's push for the extraordinary Juventus star has added pressure on Arsenal, who are already enduring a frustrating transfer window. Despite being linked with several high-profile names, the Gunners have struggled to make real progress and continue to fall behind other clubs in key pursuits. Targets like Benjamin Sesko and Victor Gyökeres Williams have been on Arsenal's radar for months, but negotiations have not progressed as yet for either of them. Barcelona agreeing personal terms with Nico Williams from Athletic Bilbao was another setback, since Arsenal were chasing Williams for over a year. Now, with Forest reportedly stepping up for Vlahovic, concerns are growing that Arsenal could once again miss out on a target. In comparison, their main rivals have already significantly strengthened their side, with Liverpool signing Jeremy Frimpong and Florian Wirtz, while Manchester City have made 4 signings already, including Ryan Ait-Nouri, Ryan Cherki, Tijani Regenders, and Marcus Bettinelli. Ollie Watkins is open to joining Arsenal. Ollie Watkins would be open to signing for Arsenal if the Gunners made a move, according to Castles. Arsenal bid for Watkins in January, and while that move didn't come off, the England star is keen to join the North London club. Aston Villa signed Watkins for £33 million back in 2020, and now he could be set for a move to the Emirates. I would not rule Ollie Watkins of Aston Villa out of this discussion, depending on how negotiations go for Sesko and Gyökeres, and how Gyökeres' fight with Sporting turns out. Obviously, Arsenal tried to get Watkins, or explored the possibility of getting Watkins in January. Castles said, Watkins, an Arsenal fan, I'm told would be open to that move if Arsenal would decide to go for him again and if Aston Villa were to be satisfied on a fee. Arsenal could still go for Watkins this summer, and it's not hard to see why the Gunners are so keen on the Aston Villa star. Watkins has scored bundles of goals for Aston Villa over the past few years, and interestingly, he also has a very solid record against Arsenal in the Premier League. Arsenal have seen firsthand just how effective Watkins can be in front of goal, and there's every reason to believe he would be lethal in this Arsenal team. Aston Villa are reportedly in a bit of a PSR bind at the moment, and Arsenal could well tempt the Midlands club into doing a deal for Watkins, as the player is seemingly already sold on the move. Declan Rice sends a message to Gabriel Jesus as Arsenal star steps up recovery. Gabriel Jesus has had terrible luck with injuries at Arsenal. The 28-year-old had a flying start to his Gunners career after he joined the club from Manchester City in the summer of 2022. He was one of the best players in the Premier League in that period, but he has been really unlucky since he suffered his first injury during the World Cup in Qatar. Jesus has had several issues since, but the worst of all came against Manchester United in January when he damaged his ACL. The Brazil international underwent surgery and struggled with crutches for months, but he appears to have stepped up his rehabilitation now. On Instagram, Jesus posted a video of himself working hard in the gym. He is putting weight on his knee, which is a very good sign. Under the post, Declan Rice commented, "We waiting for you, brother." An ACL injury keeps players out for a long time. We saw how Jurrien Timber missed almost the whole of the 2023-24 season because of the same injury, which suggests that Jesus is unlikely to be able to recover in time for the start of the new campaign. Football London claims that Jesus may not be back until October or November this year, which must be extremely frustrating for him. However, the fact that the Brazilian is able to put weight on his injured knee hints that he could end up coming back a bit sooner. Nothing's confirmed yet, but the video he has posted is definitely a positive sign. And that wraps up today's biggest Arsenal news. If you enjoyed the update and want to stay on top of everything happening with the Gunners, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Come on, Arsenal!